episode of Creative Writing Advice with me, JJ Barnes. If you don't know me, I am the author of How to Write a Story, which is out now on Amazon. I take you from the beginning of your story all the way through to the end. I cover everything in between, and my goal with this book and with my YouTube channel is to inspire you and give you the confidence to get your story out into the world. I say this every Monday, but in case you're new, I'm going to say it again anyway. Monday is a bit different, so I was getting sent questions not just about writing, like tips, techniques, tricks that you can use in your own stories, which is what I usually have been focusing on. I started getting questions about me, like me personally, my life as a writer, my interests, just, you know, general stuff about me. So I decided that on a Monday I'm going to do an Ask Me Anything session. So I get sent questions, I put them all into this bag that I stole from my daughter, and yeah, I just try to go through as many as I can. I answer them at random, some are older, some are newer. It's just a bit of fun, and so you guys can get to know me, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a good time. If you want to put any in, at the end of the video I'll give you all the links and everything to my social media and everywhere you can go, so you can put questions in if there's something you want to know particularly, and yeah, we'll see what comes out. Sometimes they're like really thoughtful, sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're ever so strange, and I don't know why you want to know, but you know, I'm not here to judge, I'm just here to do my best to answer. Let's see. Okay, number one. What's your favourite flavour of tea? I don't like tea. I'm English and we're supposed to sort of love tea. And I've tried, I really have. I have tried to drink tea so many times. I've tried like regular English, you know, tea. I've tried like fruit teas and mint teas, and I've tried. I don't get it. I am a coffee girl. I love my coffee. Tea just tastes rubbish to me. Coffee tastes like liquid joy. Probably because I'm so tired all the time. I need the caffeine. Right, let's see. Why don't you eat meat? I got a question last week about veganism, and I was saying that I'm not vegan. I have sympathy, like vegan sympathy. I am vegetarian. I don't eat meat because basically, when I was younger, this is like a really little quick story, I won't go on for too long. My brother was eating prawns, and I used to eat loads of meat. I loved steak, I loved sausages, I loved lamb chops, everything. I loved KFC, like I was a meat fiend, right? Loved it. My favourite sandwiches were ham, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't mucking around, I was a meat person. And then we were in a restaurant, and my little brother had these prawns that hadn't been like taken out. They were the whole langoustine things, and I think that's what they're called, and he was making one of them talk to me, and it just triggered something in me, and I was like, oh my god, these things were swimming around like they were alive. And it just really freaked me out. I couldn't finish my spaghetti bolognese because I was just picturing cows walking around, and yeah, from then I just didn't eat meat anymore because it just felt too, I didn't feel like I was entitled to the death of something else so I could eat. I mean, maybe if I was in a different circumstances, a different time, I would, but at the minute there's so much stuff I can eat without eating meat that it didn't feel like that was something I was comfortable with anymore, so I stopped eating meat. Let me see. Aww. Oh, these questions always make me feel real bad. My heart is with you. Could you ever love me? I get these occasionally, not all the time. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I have so many people phoning. I'm not saying that at all. But very occasionally, I get sent questions like this, and I feel really bad because I am in a relationship that's very happy and stable, and we live and work together and raise children together, and we're engaged to be married. So this is really sweet, and I'm sure you're a very lovely person. I don't know who sent this, but I'm going to say thank you, but I'm not available But thank you for the very sweet question. I'm sorry. Okay. Have you ever been afraid of people? Yes! I am generally afraid of people. I do not consider myself good around people. I do not really understand people. I say that as someone who writes people. I understand them when I'm writing them. I think what I mean is, I understand personality types, and I understand conflict, and I understand human behaviour in that way. But I'm not good at being around people. I don't like crowds of people. I get scared of new people. I'm not the most comfortable at peopling person. So yes, I have been afraid of people many, many times in my life. All right, let's see. What really makes you angry? I'm not particularly an angry person, but I do get angry when people are abusive to other people, to animals, to me. You sometimes find online that people will be really bloody hostile towards you just because you have a different opinion, even if you're not wishing harm on anyone or trying to hurt anyone. If you're just expressing a thought and they get real mad because if it's not the same thought as them, you must be a Nazi. That makes me cross. And when people are literally like violent people or little animals, yes. Hello, Batman. When people are abusive to animals and people, and that makes me real angry because how dare you? But hello. Other people seem to get angry about differences of opinion or debate, and you know what I mean? I don't do that because I think, why get angry about that? People are all different and that's fine. Okay, couple more. No, you're not coming back up. I've got questions to do. Okay. Do you like listening to music at full volume? I do. You know what? If I'm in my car on my own, I put music on and I have it absolutely blasting out because I love it. I get really excited. When I'm working, I always have music on. Or the radio. I listen to the news radio a lot, but that's if I'm doing something. Hello. If I'm doing something arty or sort of admin-y, then I listen to. That's your butt. Bat. This is Batman. In case you didn't know. Yeah, basically, if I'm listening to music, I like it loud. I like to sing. I'm not the best singer in the world, like, don't get me wrong, but I love to sing. I love to dance. I love music in general for all different emotional responses, everything. I love it. So yeah. Right. Couple more, because I always end up doing loads and then I'm like, oh no, you're going to get so bored of me. Okay. Do you control your heart or does it control you? That's a really interesting one. Because I'm very instinctive and impulsive. I go with my gut instinct a lot, and I think if I used my head more than my heart, I would have made different life choices. My mother wanted me to have like a real job, you know, something in an office. She wanted me to, yeah. And I think that if I used my head more than my heart, if my heart didn't control me, then I might have been like, yes, being a little writer, filmmaker, indie person who doesn't make a lot of money and it's not the smartest choice in life. But my heart wants what it wants, and my heart wants to be a creative and write stories and talk about stories and live stories, and so I followed my heart. So I guess, and love, you know, I married somebody and we got divorced because I followed my heart, not my head, and my head was full of reasons like he wasn't right for me, full of them. because he wasn't, like, we're divorced, so, you know, I'm not sort of slamming on him saying that, like, we just weren't right for each other, and I didn't follow that. I went with that, and yeah, I think my heart controls me, but I wouldn't change that, because I just wouldn't. I would rather be me and the life I have now, however challenging it can be at times, which it can. I would rather be me in this life than a sensible person in an office, because I did that for a while. I tried that, and I couldn't. I felt like I was living in a coffin, like I was building a place for me to die, and yeah, I couldn't do that. You are so blooming cheeky. You've not busted on these videos for a while, have you? Right, I'm going to do one more question. Ow, Batman, claws! Alright, let's have a look. One more. Okay. Oh. Batman, this is a serious question, and you are intruding. Have you ever cried looking at yourself in the mirror? This is either you saying that I'm so ugly and hideous that I should cry, and I acknowledge that, or it's just a general, like, sometimes life can be really hard and you look at yourself and you cry. I have cried about how hideously ugly I am in the past. I used to be much more insecure than I am now. I mean, I'm not saying that I think I'm, like, you know, a beauty queen right now. I'm just saying I care less now. Like, I get myself glammed up and I'm like, yeah, you'll do. You can get by and I'm satisfied. But when I was younger, I was significantly insecure and paranoid about how I look. So I cried for that. And yeah, sometimes, like, I've just cried looking at myself because life is hard sometimes at various points in my life. Not now. I'm much more, in so many ways, I'm much more settled, and life is so much better, even though it's got its own challenges and life is hard, and I'm not claiming that I have the easiest ride, because I don't, but generally I'm much happier now. So I haven't for a while, but yes, in the past I have. What about you? You're just fine, aren't you? You're like, no, I'm grand. So, thank you very much for watching another episode of Ask Me Anything with me and apparently Batman. Little interloper. You can find everything that I do on my website, which is jjbarnes.co.uk. Over there as well, you'll find all the links to my social media, so you can come and chat to me. If you want to put a question in the bag, you can either comment on this video or find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything like that. Or if you want to send it in anonymously, I've got an Ask FM account, I got loads over there. So yeah, you can do that. And if you subscribe to this channel, which would be really helpful for me and I would really appreciate it, then you get a notification when I put a new video out. And yeah, most of the time I'm doing proper traditional writing advice, which is what I will be doing on Wednesday. So come and watch, come and find it. I hope you enjoy it, and possibly just me and possibly both of us. We'll be back soon. Bye.